everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I have again not been very consistent on posting my videos on here because I have been updating everyone on social media, so you will probably know what's been going on, but we have had a bit of a run of it of late, and I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone for their ongoing support, for the kindness that people have shown us, and for anybody that doesn't know, secondly, we very sadly lost a baby. I was 4 months pregnant, which is why I was probably a little bit lax on posting. I got so wrapped up in another pregnancy that things just take a back seat, don't they? And very sadly we went for a gender scan. That was 4 weeks ago, Saturday just gone, and we were delivered the horrible news that our baby had in fact got no heartbeat and no fetal movement. So 4 weeks ago today I went into hospital and I delivered a baby that should have been a wonderful happy thing, but sadly our baby died at around 14.5 weeks, and my body hadn't realised what had happened. I feel if I dwell on it too much, I feel an incredible sense of loss and sadness, but keeping busy and keeping productive and working with amazing companies like Lister with this video, and just having a big social network of friends on the Wimpy Eventer page and my family and friends that have been incredible. I feel emotional now because I'm talking about it, but I feel completely scaffolded by your support, and I cannot tell you how grateful I am for that. So I'm gonna get to the video now, because obviously I'm still finding things a little hard sometimes, and that's not why you clicked here. So I really hope you enjoy today's video, and I can't wait to share a lot more of the things that we get up to this winter, and hopefully lots and lots of happy things. Speaking of happy, let's get into this video. Stop rambling, Vic. I have so much to share with you. If you've got any ideas for any more content, maybe Christmassy ideas, pop them in the comments below, and I will, in the spirit of keeping busy this December, I'll attempt to film them all for you. So if you love this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so that you don't miss all my festive footage over December. And I cannot wait to get Christmassy with you this year. So let's go. Come on, let's go. Good morning, everybody. Long time no vlog. Oh, I'm picking the camera back up today because I've got a secret mission. It's not very secret at all. I am clipping today. So you'll know by the title of this video that well, that's what we're doing. So I was just in the car trying to work out how many horses I've clipped over the years, and I think we're probably getting to near on 500. It used to be my full-time job working with horses. I also used to actually go round clipping to make a bit of extra cash, and I have always used, aside from one set, I've always used Lister clippers. So that is who the video is with today. This is not a paid promotion, it's just my way of thanks for their tremendous service to grooms and horse owners, because their products are amazing. And today I'm using a new set that they have sent me free of charge. I'm not going to try and cover anything up. So I've used the Lister Liberty cordless clippers for about 4 years, and today I'm using corded, which for those of you that know, I usually clip in the field. Today I'm bringing him in and clipping on the yard with a set of corded. It's the Alan Davies pack of Star clippers, so it's a corded set. They've also sent me a trimmer, which I haven't had a chance to have a look at much. I've charged it up, but usually I do the entire horse with the big set, but I am going to use the trimmers today to see if it makes my life a bit easier. But here he is. He's such a hairy beast, aren't you? And he's getting incredibly sweaty. He's going to be doing an awful lot of work now because Mummy's back in the game. And so we are doing a full clip on Pat today. Ordinarily, I do just take off the neck and the belly, like do a trace clip or a blanket clip. But we're having the lot off now because there's no poor Pat, there's no holds barred. I'm hitting it hard this winter. I'm training really hard and I'm going to get back out there next season, fingers crossed, full of beans. So that is what we are doing today, everyone. So just a big thanks to Lister. This is not a paid promotion. This is just with many thanks for making my life easier over the years and for this great coat. I think they sell these as well, so you know I could do a bit of a promo on these, but they are good coats. Right, I'm going. Get the horse in, Vic. Crikey me. Also, I'm just going to add in here. This is the fence I jumped yesterday. It's just huge. I don't know what came over me. If you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, this is a big deal for me. You know, it's like 120. That's the fence I jumped yesterday. Oh, it's only a single fence. I won't do a course like that, but that's the jump I jumped yesterday. It's so big. Oh my God. That's enough. That is enough. So, top tips for clipping prep. Give them a spray the night before with some like coat shine or mane and tail conditioner if they live out. If they live in, you're probably brushing them a bit more so they don't have quite so much oil and dirt in the coat. Just get a clean rug ready as well, because there's nothing worse than having a nicely fresh clipped horse and then putting this scabby old rug back on. So I, in the car, have got a nice clean turnout rug, and I gave him a spray yesterday with some mane and tail. It just helps the blades glide through the coat a bit easier, less snagging, you know. But if you've got sharp blades, I've found with Lister clippers, you can clip them filthy. Just clip the mud off. They'll kill me for saying that, but I just clip the mud off. So this is the current Pat. He's very fluffy this year. You'll often find that, particularly with thoroughbreds, they get much more of a dense coat living out when they hit their mid to late teens, and he certainly has. So he has got quite a thick, hairy coat. This is the current state of the fuzz. I'll also show you how I do his tail with the clippers as well. That's a bit feral at the moment, so let's get started. That's a little bit of sweat from yesterday. Dreadful horse ownership there, Vic. And the mud, obviously, as you can see, I am going to brush that off. I will give you a little brush, Pat, first, and then we'll get clipping. Stuff that's really handy to have is a step, a good long extension lead with a circuit breaker attached. I've got my big clippers, brushes, scissors and a trimmer in there. I'm not wearing overalls today.
purely because I haven't found a set that I don't sweat in yet, that don't stop the hair getting through. So I just sort of sod it. We'll just use some older clothes that I don't mind being a little bit hairy. So that's it. He's ready to go.
So I'm just going in here with the trimmers to tidy up all of the little extra bits that I didn't endeavour to get with the large clippers. Now, I usually use those large clippers and do everything, but it would be a little bit of a struggle, particularly getting into like the eye socket and behind the elbows, particularly with a sharp set of blades on. You've got to be really careful around like the sensitive areas and like thin skin behind the armpits. So actually, I think having those trimmers did definitely make my life easier. He used to be an absolute swine to clip, and having the cordless set over the years has meant that I don't have to restrict him. I've let him move around whilst I'm clipping. So he is really good to clip, but if you have got a horse that is more tricky, having a set of trimmers will be invaluable. These ones I will link in the description box at the bottom. Like I say, it is not a paper motion, but these trimmers, they did a really, really good job. It's not something that I have used a lot in the past, but it is definitely something I will always use in the future. It's future editing Vic. I am just inserting a clip in here because I've clipped. The finish was incredible, and I'm actually converted back to corded clippers because you're not in that race against time to get a horse finished that just the battery might run out, or just you might lose power, or I mean, they've never let me down, but corded I could really take my time. So I just wanted to, so these are, I'm going to go through the clippers. So these are the clippers I have. Sorry, I had to stop the video because there was a really noisy aeroplane. So the clippers I have used for many a year are these. They are filthy, sorry. They all need a good clean now. These are the Lister Liberty. They're not the lithium battery ones. They're just the regular. So if I got the lithium battery, it would probably mean that I'm not feeling that fear of racing against the clock. But incidentally, I absolutely loved, and I wound the wire around the clippers, which I know you shouldn't do. So the Lister Star, the Alan Davies Star clippers were just, they were tremendous. I also found with these particular clippers that whether you went against the grain of the hair, which obviously I do, but if you went with the grain of the hair, you got very nearly the same finish, which is so good for doing areas like underneath the chest. So you can go down into the chest and in between the front legs rather than coming up, and it left the same finish, which I've never had with a set of clippers. So that's a good thing to know if you're wanting to go down the buying your own clippers route. I know a lot of people pay to have their horses clipped, but just it's so much easier than you think. Maybe I should do an intro to clipping video after this. If you want that, just let me know in the comments. But the trimmers were the, I'm gonna say it wrong probably, sorry, but it's the Adelar Pro. The Adelar Adelar Pro. Don't know if you can see that. The camera's back to front. So these have a snap-on blade which has 3 different settings. I had it on number 3 because I wanted it to blend in with the clip. They have 2 batteries, so this snaps out at the bottom and I carry around a spare. So that's really it. And oh, I tell you what else was incredible that came with the set was this. I've bent it a little bit, but it is the flicky brush. It is it's a Haar's flicky brush, I think from, it's the Alan Davies range, but I think it's from Occlusive. So that's really it. I don't really have a lot more to insert into this bit, but catch Editing Vic a bit later on where she ends the video.
The post clipping horse. You naughty boy. He's probably going to roll. What? Is that better? Do you feel like a new man? Oh look, he rolls and I can see where I've missed a bit.
Whee!
Have a shake, straighten that rug out. Well, that didn't really work, did it? Do you feel like a new man, Pat? See you then. Oh, so we're a few days after clipping now, and he looks, I'm really pleased with how he looks. Stand there. So I'm just about to lunge. I'm going to do this really quickly because it is cold. I've missed a couple of bits under the tummy. I'm out of practice, but I'm so happy with the finish. So I've done a little point on the tail. He is a very, very different colour clipped. He goes like a kind of mushroomy brown, but I'm so happy with even just the little bits on his head. I messaged Lister actually and just said I think they're probably the best clippers I think I've ever used. And that's testimony, isn't it, to the new products, because I've been using the same thing for so long. I'm so glad I got in touch with them, because this is just, it's the best, the absolute best case scenario for clipping. Nothing's great when you're covered in hairs, but this was a pleasure to do. I tell you what else I love about Clipped Pat is that pink goes so much better with that mushroom colour. I've got to take these legs off though. If I'm going to be wearing pink, like, you can't have orange legs, Pat. This, incidentally, is a quarter sheet that I bought before my husband proposed to me in my new married initials. It was wishful thinking, but it came true. So, you know, manifest those dreams, kids. Come on, Pat, let's get you lunged. He was going to rush off and be really cheeky, but nothing. Good boy. Just be mindful when you've clipped that they obviously do get a bit fresher. But Pat is looking and feeling so well at the moment that I'm really happy that I clipped when I did, and I'm looking forward to upping his workload a bit more now. Isn't it just so nice to have just plans in place? And you know, lockdown's being lifted next week and I've got a jump lesson booked at a local indoor school. I just feel like it's all come at the right time to get my head back in the game, and I'm so grateful for all of your endless support and encouragement, and to Lister for getting involved in my weird and wonderful journey, and just for all the opportunities that I'm given, and for just
full of gratitude. So I, like I say, will endeavour to film some more festive footage throughout December, and if there's anything you want to see, just pop it in the comments below and I will endeavour to get that filmed for you. So I really hope that you have fun with your horses this month, and I cannot wait to see you again soon. So you take care and I'll see you soon.